Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to our new episode of the interview session. Like we said, we only bring the pharmacy and medical professional people. Today we are having the man from the pharmacy background. He is currently in the Pharmacy Council of India as an executive member. Moreover, he belongs to the many regulatory affairs and having the more than 40 years of the experience in the teaching and administration faculty. He is none other than Dr. M.D. Karvekar. We welcome you, sir, in our interview session.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. The first thing, sir, when you were a student of the pharmacy, when you started the journey of the pharmacy, in that time, the Pharmacy Council of India, and today you are as an executive member in the Pharmacy Council of India. What you observe in this life journey?
During our student days, the Pharmacy Council of India had only Diploma in Pharmacy Education Regulation, that is 1971 regulation, Education Regulation 1971. And those days, the number of colleges were very few, less than 200 pharmacy colleges
In that time,
in that time.
right now it's more than 20.
But today, if you see the colleges in India, there are about more than 1,500 pharmacy colleges and more than 200 Pharm D colleges. Totally. So it is a quite big number. And regulating all these colleges, the Pharmacy Council of India has got a very, very huge work. Apart from that, today we have got the B Farm Education Regulation, we have got M Farm Education Regulation, and we have also got Farm D Education Regulation. We have got Diploma Education Regulation.
So this thing in that time is not present there.
It was not there those
Those
days.
days. So this has been came the new council under the leadership of Dr. V. Suresh has been formed,
Yes.
and you are also as a member you are in the council. So how is the overall your life journey as a student and to become a executive member of the Pharmacy Council of India? Means, how was in that time teaching style and today's teaching style? Their that time syllabus and today's syllabus is completely different day by day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was it actually, sir?
You see, our day started in 1966, the B Farm, and mine is a very peculiar direction to choose pharmacy. Though I got after my 11th standard those days a medical seat in Bellary Medical College. I did not join medical course. It is really surprising for everybody. But then I had interest in the medicine. I thought I should join for a pharmacy course, and I joined this pharmacy course in 1966. I graduated in 1971. And then I did my post graduation, and then I did my doctorate. Those days, the teachers for us, those who were teaching, they are really very, very dedicated teachers. Of course, the syllabus was very limited, it was not very vast those days. But the teachings what we got from our teachers is really very good foundation. And today, of course, there are new subjects which are introduced. But those days we had the pharmaceutics from pharmacy, and then pharmacology, biochemistry, and other related subjects. But our more content was in the pharmaceutical chemistry
In that time.
in that time, and then I developed really a good interest in the chemistry, and I did my postgraduate in pharmaceutical chemistry and then my research also in the chemistry. That is the difference today, what you see.
Sir, my next question is like that, like rightly you have said, like in that time the more is focused on the pharmaceutical chemistry, and today is the huge vast, the whole pharmacy domain has been came in the today's era. So how you see the overall this pharmacy domain in current scenario of the India, sir?
It is really good because over time the manufacturing of the drugs just then started, and then still we were importing the drugs, but today the manufacturing companies have crossed about 25,000 in India, and the production of the drug is around 2 lakhs crores worth of drugs we manufacture, and today now we are number third in the world. But now, slowly we are turning from industry side to the clinical side, and that is really a great change in India today. And I'm sure that in future the pharmacy course will be mostly, towards the clinical side.
Yes, rightly you have said. Though the family course has been introduced already,
Yes.
and which is the highly standard course as in the clinical, where the
Yes.
therapeutics go detailedly, pharmacology is detailed.
Yes.
So, like in the current scenario, one diploma in pharmacy is there, bachelor of pharmacy is there, family doctors came into the picture, master in pharmacology, masters in many different like pharmaceutics, chemical, everything is there.
Yes.
So, how you see the different job opportunities for this each different pharmacy graduate person or the pharmacy diploma who has done for them, sir?
You see, now this chain medical shops have come, and each hospital in the government, earlier days, that was looking after by the doctors. Now the pharmacist is looking after the drugs in the hospitals, and in most of the government hospitals now they are employing the pharmacist. Not only in the government hospitals, even in the private hospitals. And the diploma demand has gone so high today. Many people they come and they ask me whether you have got any diploma students. We want some diploma students. Actually, we display on the notice board also, but we are not getting the diploma students, even though there are big number of diploma colleges in India. So the chain shops, they require more number of diploma students. So diploma students they are joining. As some diploma students, they want to have their own medical shops, and they are also doing very good. And the diploma course is after 12th standard. It is 2 years. Those who want to go for this line, normally the students and the children of medical shop owners, they will do this diploma in pharmacy course. Of course, the degree course, the next step is after the diploma course, some of the degree students, they are joining industries, and some of them, they are going abroad for higher studies, and some of them, they are going for higher studies and all that. By that way, even for the degree course, there are good opportunities also. The master's degree, they got specializations, and as for the specializations, most of the students, they are getting job in the industry, in the research side, and now even in the software companies, they are taking the services of this master degree holders, and they are also getting a good jobs.
Sir, like you are rightly talk about the BPharm and diploma. The same where the in 2008, I think
Yes.
PharmD has been launched in India
Yes, yes,
as a doctorate and postgraduate course.
yes.
So how you see the job opportunities for the PharmD, sir? Because this course can go to the hospital setup also and
Yes,
industry setup also if they want.
yes, yes.
So how you see this PharmD specialized job
Yes.
in India?
This Pharmacy Council of India was regulating this diploma in pharmacy and then degree in pharmacy. Of course, recently we have taken even the master in pharmacy also, that is M.Pharm course, which is regulated by Pharmacy Council of India. During 2003, the United States of America, they completely, discontinued this BS degree, that is B.Pharm degree in the USA. And our students those days, if they want to go for a job in the USA, they were not getting jobs because the minimum qualification what they prescribed for a job there, it was Pharm D course. Then the Pharmacy Council of India, under the dynamic leadership of our President Dr. B. Suresh and all our group, we thought that our Indian youngsters, after the B.Pharm degree, they want to go for a USA. So there the chances were very, very limited. And then the council thought that we should train our younger people in the clinical side, that is the Pharm D course. With that idea, we started the Pharm D course.
So, sir, you said that how you have learned. But do you think the current scenario, the families, the doctors are getting the good jobs as for the paying scale also?
Today we have visited a number of hospitals and we inquired the doctors that how our Pharm D students are doing in the hospital. In the beginning, of course, the report was not that good. But today we are getting that the pharmacy, these Pharm D students, they are really doing very wonderful job, and they are very happy about the information what they get from the Pharm D students. And by seeing this, we are really very, very happy to know that a Pharm D student, they are doing excellent job in the hospital.
Sir, the rightly you said about the family doctors are getting right now the jobs in the hospitals and
Good recognition.
good recognition. Sir, what was the main focus to launch the family in India, sir, in that time in everybody's mind? It was the particularly for the clinical setup, the in the medicals for the medical setup, or it was something different? Like you said, the USA has launched and the BFAM has been discontinued. So it is like that, sir, in that time.
We are self-sufficient in the industry side because now we are number third in the world in the production of the drugs, and we thought that our students also should focus towards the clinical side, and also our students, they should get an opportunity to go to USA. And with that idea, you see, we introduced this Pharm D course in 2008. I visited USA in 2013. I was invited by the American Association of the Colleges of America and AACP, and they wanted to know what education is going on in the pharmacy in India. And I talked to them that we are running two types of courses. One is industry oriented, another is a clinical oriented. And we have introduced this Pharm D course in 2008 in India. And they were really surprised to know that the India has started this Pharm D course, a clinical course. And they are under the now impression that the clinical side in India also will grow. And during that time, they told me that in USA there are about 10,000 jobs are available.
In 2013.
Yes, in 2013. And I do not know now what is the position.
Yeah. Sir, the big question came to the Pharm D. As a Pharm D, I am also there. Like normally any degree like either is bachelor in pharmacy, either is MBBS if we talk about. It has comes under the undergraduate course. After completing that, graduation will graduation will take place. So, in case of PharmD, after the 12th or after the diploma in pharmacy, or either any equivalent course as for the like physics, chemistry, biology combination, that the PharmD can be takes place afterwards.
Yes.
So, my question is to you, sir. What are the criteria that PharmD has got the postgraduate concentration, like
Equivalency.
Yeah.
This PharmD course is a 6 years course after 12th standard, and any degree course after the 12th standard is 3 years course. And now, since it is a 6 years course, the UGC, University Grants Commission, when we approached to recognize the PharmD course, any degree in India, it has to be recognized by the University Grants Commission. And the University Grants Commission under section 22 subsection 3 in 2014, UGC has recognized our PharmD course as a master's degree course because it is after PU, it is 6 years course, and any degree course is 12 plus 3. Since it is a 12 or 4, since it is a 12 plus 6, therefore it recognizes this PharmD course as a master's degree course. So after this PharmD course, they can directly go for a research PhD degree course also.
That's nice. So that was the main thing.
That is the main thing,
And the syllabus content also, like, is there? They have seen in the syllabus also.
Yes, syllabus content and normally it is a duration. It's a 6 years course.
Yeah. So I think the many clarification will come to my friends. Like many have they have asked this thing. So another question came into my mind, like paying scale. Like PharmD are getting the job opportunities in India also in the huge right now.
Yes.
Either in the industry, either in the hospital sector.
Yes.
But when I compare the industry paying scale in comparison to the hospital, they are more. Like in industry, if the one PharmD can go in the clinical research area, either in pharmacovigilance or either in the industry or in the IT sectors.
Yes.
Now IT has like Kuntas, they have
paid more.
They have paid more, like 25,000, 30,000. More than that, if the good talent is there, they are doing 35 and 40,000 also.
Yes.
But when you go to the hospital setup, like one family doctor have to get paid, the big hospitals are there. They are just getting 12,000 rupees. Like some are getting 14,000. Some has given, sir. I understand 1-2 hospitals are there where the family has paid up to the 50,
20,000.
20, even 50 also in the Kerala one hospital is there giving to the family. So, but majority of the hospitals are giving up to the 15 to 16 like that way. So, how do you see this challenge to overcome in the upcoming days?
Actually, now this PharmD course it is just a beginning because our first batch of PharmD students they came out in 2014, just 3 years back, and that time very few graduates they passed out, and therefore they have entered now clinical side. It takes little time. Any new course, in the beginning, it takes little time. But I am sure that this PharmD students, they are doing good now in the hospital, and the demand will increase. And as the demand increases, naturally, the salary will definitely it is going to be high. Maybe the time will come that the importance what is given to the doctors, the same importance will come to the PharmD students in future. And I am sure that the salary will.
So, sir, rightly you have talked as the fact thing, and the moreover you said like you have visited the USA in 2030, and you can see there like there is the one therapeutic drug monitoring team is there where the MBBS doctors are there, MD doctors are there, family doctors are there, and nurses are there. So still in India it is not there. The time will take place only the few hospitals there.
Yes.
So I think in the upcoming days everything will get very soon
very soon,
in
and
the
it will be very bright.
very bright future. But one thing uh, I have observed, sir, in last 5 years I have spent in the pharmacy. Currently, I am in the pharmacy intern. What I am seeing, the most of the jobs, either the B pharmacy is there and M pharm, that has been overcome by the pharmacies now. The many other because normally the this pharmacovigilance, the previously it has been done by the B pharmacy and the M
Yes.
pharm. Medical writing was there in the industry,
Yeah.
and M pharm pharmacology used to get the job into the hospital setup as a clinical pharmacist or the pathologist after doing the PhD there.
Yeah.
So now normally this has came, and the one another fear is coming like that the family will take the job of the B pharm and the M pharm. So how you see these things, sir? Many of people are asking me now, you guys are taking our jobs. I am surprised in that time.
No, that feeling, I don't think that feeling will be there because B farm and M farm they are mostly industry oriented, and during earlier days, this farm D course was not there, and that job was taken by the B farms and M farms. But since now the farm D people are available, students are available, and they have to go to their discipline, and B farms will go to their discipline. I don't think that problem will come.
Okay. So the one last thing I want to ask you,
Yes.
and that thing is like in your whole journey of like you are having the more than 40 years of the teaching experience.
Yes.
You are connected with the many regulatory bodies in the national and international forums.
Yes.
And now you are currently the executive member of the Pharmacy Council India and academic director of Purpaneri College of Pharmacy.
Yes.
So, in between, in the which place of the time the marriage has came in your life, sir?
Married. Okay, that is a very nice question you asked. Uh, I got married in the year 1973.
Okay.
I completed my graduation in 1971, and soon after that, I got a job in the government as a lecturer in Government College of Pharmacy. And my parents, they thought that you got a job, you got everything, and now 2 years have passed. Now it is the best thing is you should get married, and that is how I got married in 1973.
So, after belonging all the regulatory affairs, Pharmacy Council of India, you are the boss at home or the man is the boss at home?
Uh, that even after you getting married, you are the boss.
So in the end of the session of the conversation, the message you want to give to our young budding pharmacists, sir, what you want to give?
The message to the budding pharmacist is that we have to do our work. We should not expect anything before doing anything. That is, my teacher used to tell always that you deserve to desire. First you deserve, and then you desire. So first we should do our work, and whatever you want, it will come of its own. The thing which I have seen in my life, so far I have become the EC member of the Pharmacy Council of India. I never thought that I will become the member of the Pharmacy Council of India. I never dreamt also. I never dreamt that I will get a government job in the beginning. Whatever has come, it has come of its own. But I was doing my duty sincerely. That is what everybody has to do. And then we should have an attitude to do whatever job is coming to us. That is the main thing in the life.
Sir, now that we have finished our conversation, there is one another round called as the rapid fire round,
Yes.
where you have to say the answer in the one word, sir. So one question will be there. So, sir, the first question to you, like you are currently the Pharmacy Council of India member. In future, if you become the president of Pharmacy Council of India, what will make the changes?
Now we have to improve this clinical side. We have to make further specializations in the clinical side and then do some new courses.
And sir, if you wake up, or you can say if you become one day in education ministry, what you will make the change in the education system, sir?
Uh, of course, I don't want to dream that I am going to be the minister for education, but I have completed that all those innings. I can't say anything about that.
Okay, sir. Another thing I want to ask, how you see this in the very short form, sir? This PCI and MCI collaboration, sir, like Pharmacy Council of India and Medical Council of India collaboration for the family course.
They are very good, and the Medical Council of India we discussed number of times with the Medical Council of India, and they are very cooperative.
So it will be happening soon in the future. Or?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, if this, I will give you the animal's name, and in your mind, whose pictures came in this? Okay, like lion. So you have to like in the lion place, who will be there in your picture? I will show you the person. So as a lion, sir.
As a lion, you can say our President, Pharmacy Council of India.
As a tiger.
As a tiger, our Vice President.
Okay, Sajendra Saraf, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. As a elephant.
Elephant, you can say our secretary.
Oh my God.
A lot of work he does.
Okay, okay, okay.
Heavy things, it takes.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Definitely, sir. Definitely. Yes. Everything is depend on the secretary. Sir. And the last one is as a snake. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. And the last thing I normally ask to everyone,
Yes.
the guest came in our interview session, is the one message that you want to give me as a mentor, sir.
You see, this interview what we are collecting is really very good for the younger generation, and this clears certain doubts which these pharmacy students or any pharmacy student they have in their mind. Sometimes they will not feel free to ask the people to be a right person. And you are conducting such an interview and you are bringing to our pharmacy fraternity. It's really very good, very useful, and I'm sure that with this interview, some of the students, whatever is there in their mind, there will be a clarity into that.
And in the binding of the session, sir, before finishing this session, there is one small message sent from your friend, very close friend from the industry.
Okay.
Right now, today he is in the academics, Professor Prakash Malia, sir, and also from principal. And let's see, sir, that thing.
If there is any person in India today who I consider as one of the most legendary and iconic person, that person would be Dr. M.D. Karvekar. M.D. Karvekar and me, our relationship goes back to more than 40 years, and we know each other since then. And during that period of his endeavor with the pharmaceutical industry and academia and education, he has done excellent and extraordinary work throughout his life. He has contributed in all areas of the pharmaceutical domain, may it be education, may it be research, may it be the industry academia, may it be in the PCI, may it be in the Rajiv Gandhi Health Science Institute. It's a huge, there is so much to talk about Dr. Karvekar, and I'm proud that I have been associated with him and I know him, a great person like Dr. M.B. Karvekar. He has done immense service to the profession of pharmacy. He has a legion of students who have graduated under his guideship, and they are now located in different parts of the world in premier positions. Those who have come across with Dr. Karvekar will always remember what I say, that he is an unforgettable man. He is a man of various, even at this age, he is doing so much yeoman service to the profession of pharmacy. He's traveling hugely across all the universities and colleges and meeting millions of students across the countries. And he has established himself as a father figure in the profession of pharmacy. And we rightly call him as our guru because he truly deserves this title of being a guru. He is not only a mentor, a guide, a coach. He has been a brilliant professor, and all of his students now still remember his lectures delivered more than 40 years back. So that speaks volumes about this great gentleman. I have been very proud that I know him from such a long time, and during our relationship has always matured into better and better interactions. He has been known to my brother as well when they were students together during their M.Pharm and PhD days in LMCP College in Ahmedabad. And my brother also fondly remembers those days when they used to interact until 2 o'clock midnight and discuss so many of the social and other issues related to the profession of pharmacy. Since then, Karvekar has been a very tall personality in the pharmaceutical domain, and he has contributed so much to the education. In turn, that delivers a sort of students to the pharmaceutical. No wonder our industry now is third in the world because so many brilliant students from the education onwards he has contributed to the industry, and they in turn have made this industry number 3 in the world. I would also be very lucky to consider myself as a student, though we are contemporary, because every interaction with him is a new learning opportunity. And I always gain from any interaction with Dr. Karvekar. Dr. Karvekar, we wish you a very long and a happy and a peaceful life and more contributions for an endless contribution to the profession of pharmacy. Dr. Karvekar, salute to you. Jai Hind.
So nice, He spoken so well about me. But he is a great man. He is a
You both are good friends, you can compliment each other, so that is the nice thing, sir.
industrial giant.
Yeah,
Great man.
yes. So, sir, we really thank you for coming in our show in interview with Kabindr Karna. And I'm definitely sure that many of our young budding pharmacists and other healthcare professionals also get the knowledge from it. And I really thankful to all the viewers who will watch this and who are watching. I really thankful to you all for giving your valuable time because normally this kind of the interviews people like they will watch the celebrities and all the politician and all the very few people are interested and the pharma profession today. So I really think it will be motivated for anyone. For thank you so much guys for watching it and giving your valuable time and support. If you like this interview, please do not forget to share it. And thank you so much for coming. And
Thank you,
I wish
Mr.
you.
Kabindra.
I wish you
Thank
many
you
more.
very much, and having given me some time to just say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Our pleasure, sir. And we wish you all the very best in upcoming life and very peaceful life in upcoming days, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.